Today I have an amazing video for you as I'll be building an AI sales infrastructure from scratch, showing you behind the scenes and doing it step by step with you so you can follow along this video and build your own sales infrastructure that's going to contact your leads via AI agents, both voice and text, nurture them, book appointments in your calendar, and do so automatically. And what I have here is a website. It's a website of my old business, which is impactfullook.com. And I'm going to be building a couple of things for it. I'm going to install a live chat widget that's going to have an agent sitting on top of it that's going to reply to all the leads. I'm going to have an inbound lead number, meaning that if people call that number, there's going to be an agent answering the phone. And I'm also going to have an Instagram and Facebook appointment setter, which is also going to be replying to all of the leads that are coming in via text and try to book them into my calendar. And also I'm going to have a widget that is calling all of the opt-ins, or meaning people that submit their information on my website. And as you can see, I have a couple of lead magnets. I have free training. So as soon as somebody enters their first name, last name, email, and phone number, I'm going to be giving them a call with an AI voice agent. This is what we're going to be building in today. This is the website. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I am Simeon Krastev. And after exiting my business in early 2024, I decided to solve one of the biggest pain points that I had as a service-based business, which was lead generation and lead nurturing, because it was a tedious manual process that involved a lot of people that I had to hire on my team. And on this channel, I'm sharing what's working for me and my clients. And of course, my ultimate goal would be to get more clients with the channel. So if you happen to want that sales infrastructure installed in your business, done for you or done with you, click the link below in the description, book a call, and I'm going to be happy to help you. And I also love networking with awesome people building cool stuff. So if you're an AI automation agency or somebody that's working on cool stuff, you can connect with me. So what we're going to be doing first is setting up our AI agents via voice and text. And as I said, we're going to build an AI inbound voice agent. We're going to do an AI outbound voice agent. We're going to do an AI live chat agent. And we're going to do a DM agent that's replying on all our DMs via Instagram and Facebook, as well as an AI outbound agent that is calling all our leads that are coming into our pipeline or website through submitting a form, whether it's for a lead magnet, whether it's for trying to book a call. We want to make sure we call everybody. And we're going to do that through our both agents, which is Axel for texting and then Lyra for voice. And I'm going to build all of that through our platform, which is WellGrow. It is a white label version of GoHighLevel. This is our CRM. And then we have our own AI agent platform, which is directly integrated in GoHighLevel. It's a third party. If you want to get started with it, you can book a demo below and I'm going to show you. This is a fresh new account that I've just set up. As you can see, I have nothing. It's just some of the information because I have my Instagram connected in here. So it's directly synced in with my inbox. And if I come over to call center, as you can see, no calls have been made. I have nothing in there, contacts, nothing, knowledge base, nothing. So I'm literally starting fresh. I'm going to walk you through the entire process. It's going to be on the lengthier side of the videos as I'm going to show you step by step everything. And I'm going to troubleshoot it with you real time. As you can see, I have no assistants, no agents created. I have no active tag, meaning that the agents are not living on any page. And I don't have any phone numbers as well. So I'm going to be literally showing you step by step how we're going to do it. So the first step, as we've already identified, is to start building our agents. And we have a couple of things that we need to think about, right? So if we go back over here, we're going to start with the AI inbound voice agent. So I'm going to create one from scratch. So I come over here. And when I click create assistant, I'm going to start with blank canvas. I got a couple of options. I can generate one for me, but I love starting with a fresh slate. So I'm going to call it Impactful Look Inbound Voice Agent. So the goal of the agent would be if somebody clicks on our website, okay, and if they click on our website, there's going to be a couple of things there, right? There's going to be a phone number that they can call. Okay, it's going to be right on top here. I'm going to put it in. Just like a lot of the service-based businesses would have. And by the way, I'm going to do a health and wellness coaching business, but this could be applied to any service-based business, local business, brick and mortar. It doesn't really matter as long as you follow the guidelines and principles I'm going to outline in this video. So we have our first agent and it's blank. And first, for me to create that prompt, I need to train my GPT on my business. So what I would do is I would copy my website. Okay, I copy the URL. I don't think you can see, but I'll then go to perplexity.ai and I'll put extract all of the information about the services my website as I want to build an AI voice and text agents for it. And I'm gonna paste that search in here. I'm also gonna do the same thing within ChatGPT. So I'm coming over to a blank GPT and it's already asking me to identify assistant name, business owner name, business name, services offered. I would want to actually get the information first. So what I would do is paste my website and I would say extract all of the information from my website that would be relevant for building an inbound and outbound voice. Oops. I think it's not extracting the right information. So let's pull up the website. So here's all of the information about our website. We copy that information. We come over back to ChatGPT and we say, this is information about our services and what we offer. Our assistant name would be Jessica. Business owner name is Simeon Krastev. Business name, impactful look, services provided, outline above, health and wellness coaching optimization for busy professionals. So let's see, assistant role, what do you want Jessica to focus on? Booking consultations, lead engagement, lead qualification, and booking appointments from people that are calling an inbound number via voice. Okay, great. Jessica will focus on qualifying leads and booking appointments from inbound voice calls, pre-qualifying questions to help Jessica identify the right fit program. What kind of questions should she ask during a call? Are you currently a business owner? Are you looking for long-term results, short-term fix? Have you worked with a health or performance coach before? Number one, are you actively doing something to improve your health? And are you working with a coach? What is your biggest struggle when it comes to your health and fitness? What have you tried before that did or didn't work? And then when are you ideally looking to start? Would you like to book a complimentary consultation with one of our coaches? So this will be the pre-qualification questions we're gonna ask. Perfect, I've noted your custom pre-qualification questions. And we already have our prompt. Make the agent funny and quirky. She's an experienced sales rep with 5 years of experience that knows how to use NLP techniques and mirroring patterns to build rapport quickly with the prospects on the other end and book appointments in our calendar. The conversations are a breeze and she handles it like she's talking to an old friend. So the idea here is that we want our agent to mirror human-like patterns, to have a natural conversational flow, because the prompting is the biggest part of why some agents sound robotic versus others that are intuitive and people on the other end can't tell that it's an AI. So as you can see, we have 4 versions. We have the identity, we have the style, then we have the response guidelines, and then we have the tasks of the agent, and then we have the additional information at the bottom. So I copy that prompt and I'll go over the platform. Okay, and I can paste it in here. So let's look at it together. You're Jessica, a funny, sharp, and charismatic voice assistant for impactful look, a premium health and wellness coaching service tailored for busy executives and professionals. Jessica has 5 years of sales experience and is a master at using NLP techniques, tonality shifts, and mirroring patterns to build rapport instantly, like chatting with an old friend. Her role is to handle inbound phone calls, qualify prospects, and book complimentary consultations with confidence and charm. Jessica knows how to handle it tight, build trust fast, and guide a conversation like a smooth operator while still hitting all the key qualification steps. Here are the style guardrails. Be quirky and approachable, use light humor, that's something that I love, playful language, and a touch of a personality. Mirror and match, use NLP style report building, mirror tone, pace, and word choice naturally. Be casual but smart, blend charm and clarity. You're talking to a high performer, but you're making it fun. That's very cool. Confidently direct, keep the convo flowing, don't hesitate or sound unsure. One step at a time, ask one question at a time and acknowledge their answer before moving on. Empathetic but playful. If they're struggling, empathize but don't go deep into therapy mode. Keep the momentum flowing. Use real world language. Say things like, let's be real, no fluff. Honestly, most people tell me. Stay on track. If the convo drifts, steer back to it smoothly with humor and charm. I love it so far. I couldn't have done any better than that. So that's why I'm always using AI to prompt AI. So here are the response guidelines. Adapt and guess. Interpret unclear or partial responses without calling out voice issues. Stay in character. Be charming pro. Never slip into robotic tone. Ensure fluid dialogue. Talk like it's breezy chat between old friends. Accuracy first. Don't fake knowledge. It's okay to say that's a good question. I'll have the coach explain that part. Avoid spam. Politely redirect off topics or suspicious inquiries. Keep it simple. No long pitches. Drop gems. Crack a smile. Book the call. I love that. Price verbiage. Use $297 when needed. Use the $ in the text. Always introduce. Start with who you are and ask their name. Collect contact info, name, email, and phone before locking in the consult. Never provide medical, legal, or financial advice ever. And here are the tasks, and this is essentially what the AI agent will follow from start to finish to ensure they're booking in the appointment. So hey, you've got Jessica here from In Fact Will Look. Real quick, what's your name so I don't have to keep calling you mystery caller? I love that. They'll report immediately using tonality, humor, mirroring. Okay, name, that's going to use their first name. I got to ask, are you calling because your energy is gone, LOL? Or because you're actually trying to be superhero without the burnout? I think that's too over the top, so I'm going to modify slightly the prompt. Ask the qualifying questions one at a time. Are you currently doing anything to improve your health or working with a coach? What's the biggest thing tripping you up when it comes to your health and fitness? What have you tried before? Stuff that totally didn't work or maybe kind of did. And when would you like to ideally get started? Don't worry, there's no pop quiz. Again, that's too over the top for me. Would you be open to book a quick free consult with one of our coaches so we can map out a legit plan for you? I like that. And if they're a fit and open to a call, celebrate and move into booking. Boom, love that. Let's get something locked in. Get our name, phone number, and email. Alrighty, give me your full name, email. What I'll probably do, because from experience, AI doesn't do well when it comes to booking and extracting multiple things at once. I'm going to break it down, extracting the name first, then the email, and then the phone number before proposing a slot, and then let them know what to expect. Wrap up with personality, suite you're in, check your inbox, and don't ghost us. We're actually kind of cool. Again, that's a bit too much for me. End the call with warmth and confidence. You're officially on the radar now. Catch you on the call. And hey, thanks for not being boring. Okay, that's again a bit too much, but there's some additional info that the agent added. I like it. I love this as an initial draft. There's a couple of things that we got to do now that we have our inbound voice agent. So for the agent to be able to do all of what it says here, we need to give it the smarts, essentially the abilities of actually being able to call people. So first thing we got to do is sync it up to our calendar. So I have to click on sync calendars and actually make sure that I have my calendar linked up to it. And as you can see, it just got all the slots. I'm going to show you in a second where that calendar lives, how I got to it. But there's a native OAuth connection with GoHighLevel. So all of the calendars that are available there are automatically pre-populated in our AI agent platform. So we're able to directly book appointments, cancel, reschedule, and do all of that jazz with click of a button. So if I come over to calendars here, there's a couple of things we got to do. First, we got to assign a user to our calendar. So if I come over to calendar settings, so we come over and we see, where is it? Discovery session. So as you can see, I have the calendar mapped out. I assigned 2 team members, and I got to make sure that their availability matches the availability of the calendar. So our agent works and is able to book appointments. So we got to make sure they're actual times that we can book appointments in. And then the rest we can keep as is. We save it, and we also want to make sure that our calendar status is active. And under profile, we can also adjust the times of our availability. This is something that we got to do to make sure that our agent works. And here you can select the times and days where you're open and working. Obviously for me, I'm just testing out, so I'm not going to have to match it perfectly. It's just for demo purposes here. So let's go over to the AI agents again. We have a custom menu link here. That's how we've been able to integrate it directly into GoHighLevel. But if we come over here, we have an autosave function that should have saved our agent as is. And now we go back to the AI agents part, and we should have the AI agent to be automatically saved. So if we come over here, you can see that we have our agent that is connected to the calendar. It is saved with the prompt we've got it. But unfortunately, given the current prompt, it's not going to execute any of the things we've asked. So we need to give it the smart. So first, given that it's both voice and text agent all in one, we want to make sure we adjust the autopilot settings from what we've seen and testing across all of the different models. We've seen that 4.0 gives us the most reliable results. Wait time, this is for texting. How long do we want the agent to wait before replying? We're going to give it 0 seconds because there is internal 10 to 12 seconds just to get the output of the initial message within GoHighLevel. And then max responses, we're going to give it 100. Temperature, we're going to keep it as is. This is essentially how closely the agent will follow the prompt. If it's 0, it will follow as close as possible. 0.35 gives it a little bit of variability. It's on the scale from 0 to 1. Sleep mode means that if a human jumps in and replies instead of the AI would stop and would be inactive for 15 minutes. We keep that off for now. So the next part is to actually give the smarts of the agent, and these are the tools and abilities. And here we can go wild, but essentially we click on manage tools, and under version 2, we have a couple of things that we can do. First, we can update user details, and this is essentially when somebody gives our agent a call, the agent doesn't know who they're talking to. They have the phone number, but they don't know is it Jason, is it Simeon, is it Samantha? So what we need to do is to have our agent extract that information and store it in our CRM and create a contact that we can later follow up with and pass over to our human team to extract that data. So we need to add update user details. Then we want to add get availability before we book an appointment. We want to make sure that the time is actually available for us to book that appointment in. And then we want to make sure that we actually book the appointment in the calendar and get the user calendar events. This is particularly helpful if we're doing cancellation and rescheduling via the agent. So we need to add that tool function in there as well. And then update appointment details. If somebody says, oh, by the way, can we change that appointment from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.? And our agent says yes, it should be able to book and change that information over in our pipeline and our CRM. And then the self-scheduling tool, oftentimes when we call prospects, they normally say, can you give me a call in 10 minutes? Here, the AI would self-inject that into its memory and would reference back to the time zone of our account and would give the call to the user and prospect. That's why we want to make sure we add that in here as well. So self-schedule, and then call the user or send an email is 2 functions depending on the channel. So if we're texting to the user and they say, can you give me a call? If we're texting and calling from the same number, the agent would be able to give them a call. And then if they say, can you send me more information over email? Again, the agent would be able to do that given that we have their email. So these are all the tools that I'm going to add for now. And we can do some great stuff after, for example, extracting their goals, information, qualifying them. We can do extraction tools as well. We can build as many as we want. We can do transfer call live. This is particularly great for some of the industries we're working in. Some of the solar folks and finance industry in general prefers call transfers, mortgage as well. So this is a great thing that we can do. And then we have add tag and remove tag. And based on that, we can fire a lot more sequences within GoHighLevel, such as email automations, texting automations, and nurture people at scale. And then we can do the custom tools that I'm not going to go over in this video just to keep it simple. Okay, so now that we've added the tool settings, the next part is the call settings. And here we have recording enabled. So essentially we can get call recording from every agent we've got that is doing the calls. If we remove that, we're semi-hyper compliant because now we're not recording the call. So there's no issue with that. And then max call time duration, depending on your industry. Some calls might be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but you want to make sure that you set a hard limit not to exploit the system, because there's people that obviously once they learn it's AI, they try to break it and ask a bunch of questions and just waste call minutes. So we want to make sure we don't have that in here. And silence timeout. If somebody's inactive for 2 minutes, we'll just hang up. Background noise. Some people love the coffee shop. I personally like none. And we always want to make sure that the AI initiates the conversation. This is the one I prefer. Some people like to have the contact start or the AI start directly. I like to have the AI initially start the conversation, and then we can enable voicemail detection. And if it's on, the moment the AI gets that it's a voicemail on the other end, would hang up, or we could leave a message and we could be like, hey, Jason, or hey, first name, Jessica, here, call me back when you can. Okay. And now we're going to have callbacks of people that call our agent, and the agent will pick up and still try to book them in. But for now, I'm going to leave it blank. And then inbound call webhook and post call webhook. Essentially what this gives you is the opportunity to extract all of that information and store it in a third-party platform such as make.com. You can fire off other automations on the back of it, get the transcripts, get the call cost, or get essentially all of the information that's necessary. For now, we're going to keep that off. Okay, so here we just click save just to make sure that we have the agent up until that part done. So the call settings, we've already been through that. Now we got to add a knowledge base. And the way we do that, there's a couple of things. So first, we call it impactful look. These are essentially the business information and the smarts of the agent. Currently mine is empty, but I still add it. So I open it up here in another tab and I need to add data to it. So there's 4 ways I can add data to my agent. I can do a URL, and that's exactly what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to copy my URL and feed it over to my agent. And it's going to take a little second. I'm going to call it impactful look website. And it's going to take a little second to upload that information. Then we have file. So if you have a PDF or video transcription that you want to upload in here, you could totally do that. You could also add FAQs, and these are simple question and answer format. So what is the price of a program with you? Our programs typically start at for 3 months. And just as an example. And you can just click plus and add the questions. You can add as many as you want. This is probably by far one of the best ways to train your AI. I'm going to keep it blank. I'm just going to delete that part in here. So I don't want to add the FAQs now. And then last and most reliable ways to add simple text format, the way I'm going to do it normally is try to extract all of the conversations I've had with past customers, all the data I have on my business, whether it's from website, call transcripts, feed it over AI, and create a text format knowledge base that I can upload in here. I'm not going to do that in these videos. I already added my website just to have the general information. And as you can see, now I have some data that's already uploaded, and that information would be available for my agent to use. Okay, so going back to our assistant, we've added our knowledge base. We want to make sure that we get the green check mark here. We added our tools. We added our calendar. Okay, we were already connected to our calendar. I just showed you how to do that. Okay, and then now output filter is something that we don't need to worry about. And then automatic data collection is right at the end of every call. We can extract some of the important things that our agent got in here. But for now, we're going to keep it simple. So what I'm going to do here is paste my prompt again over to ChatGPT. I overall like the prompt and the flow, but it's too funny. It should be more empathetic and professional, and just add a little humor here and there. Don't overdo it. Here's also the 2 functions we need to reference at the appropriate times within our prompt. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to copy all of the tool functions that we've got. So if I come over here and click manage tools, I click on the platform one. So click updated user details. We go again, copy, get availability. I'm going to fix it in a second. Book appointment. Then we have get calendar invites, update user appointments, self-schedule, call the user, and last one is send email. So we want to make sure that we separate them. Call the user, send the email. Cool. So normally AI reads the text with underscore. So that's how we want to reference to our tool calling. Don't ask me why, I just do it. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it flowing. All right. Then call user. Okay, I got it wrong. So now we should get a modified prompt. You're Jessica, warm, empathetic, and lightly witty voice assistant. Okay. Let's see how the script sounds now. Hi there, you've reached Jessica with Impactful Look. Who am I lucky enough to be speaking with today? I like that. Update user details, store the name. Great, now it's referencing to the tools. Build live report before diving into qualifying. Just so I can point in the right direction, can I ask you a couple of quick things about your current health goals? Great, I like that. If a fit and open to a consultation. Okay, tool function. Okay, I love that. I think the prompt is good as is now. So we go back and we paste it in our agent. So as you can see here, our prompt is 5,630 characters long. Normally, if it's over 8,000, that's gonna slow down our agent and it's gonna become a lot slower. And there might be potential issues with the tool calling. So we want to make sure that we always stick within that 8,000 character limit. I'm always using AI to refine my prompt, optimize it just to make sure that I'm accomplishing the tasks I need. And yet I stay within that character limit. Then there's also the availability to check if there's issues. But as you can see now, our agent doesn't have a phone number assigned to it, so we can't make calls. And this active tag is something that needs to be assigned when a user actually calls a phone number. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to create that active tag. So we got to come in, and I like to keep the active tag the name of the actual agent. So I create a new active tag. I call it Inbound Voice Agent. Click Save. I come in here, I assign it to that assistant, and I call the active tag Inbound Voice Agent. It's automatically going to pre-populate an active tag within GoHighLevel, and it's going to be with underscore. I don't know if you can see. Okay, and I just click Save. I delete the old voice tag, the one that was automatically generated from the system. So when I come over now, I can see that I have a new AI agent tag that I can trigger my assistant with. Okay, that's perfect. And I have a voice that I can modify. So I can come in here and modify the settings of the agent. So what I like to do on the response speed, I like to keep it at 1, meaning that the agent is fast. When somebody says something, the agent is fast to reply. The sensitivity to interruption, I like to keep it at 8.7. Depends on the demographic you're talking to. If it's somebody older, generally they are a little bit slower on the phone. So that's when we want to keep the sensitivity a little bit lower. Normally, if the AI picks up background noise, also want to keep it a little bit lower. Normally when it's high, meaning 1, I would keep on going, and sometimes might interrupt the prospects, which is not ideal. For the talk speed, we like to keep it at 0.92. You can play with that. Voice emotion, I'm going to leave it as is. Language processor, we currently support a lot of languages. We even have Bulgarian, Swedish, Slovakian, Norwegian, Hungarian, like a bunch of options. But even if you choose the right voice, you always want to make sure that you choose the language processor on the backend so the AI sounds natural within that language, because if you leave it in English, even if the agent is speaking the language that you're using, it's still going to be sounding like a broken English trying to speak the native language. Speech-friendly formatting, this is for numbers, letters, dollar signs, we keep that on, and then back channeling feedback to contact, we leave it on. And the way we do that is we click on here. We can import any voice from 11 Labs. You just got to get the number or choose a voice that you like. I'm currently with Emily. I particularly like Marissa, so I'm going to use that. And I'm going to click Save. And then we come over to Voice Lab. We can test our agent to see how it sounds now.
Hi there. You've reached Jessica with Impactful Look. Who am I lucky enough to be speaking with today?
It is Simeon here.
Nice to meet you, Simeon. Oops, seems like there was a little hiccup on my end, but no worries, we're all good to keep going. Simeon, just so I can point you in the right direction, can I ask you a couple of quick things about your current health goals?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. First off, are you currently doing anything to improve your health or working with a coach right now?
No, not right now. That's why I saw that you guys do some stuff online. I wanted to call in and see more about the program.
Got it, Simeon. You're in the right place.
Okay, so as you can see, you can play with your agent, see if the script sounds good. Now there was a hiccup here, and that hiccup normally happens when we try to do a tool calling within our voice lab. This is for test purposes only, so we're not able to actually use the tool functions and book appointments with our voice lab. And that's why the agent would normally say something like, oops, there is a hiccup. When it's a real call, it's never going to do that, so you don't have to worry about. Just play with it just to hear how the voice sounds, the sensitivity, the tonality, the pacing, the scripting. So that's how you play with your voice agent. And then if you come over to Chat Lab, we're able to talk to our agent. Hi, I saw one of your ads online. And we're able to see how the agent would reply via text. Hi there, you've reached Jessica with Impactful Look, who I'm lucky enough to be talking to. Simeon, can you tell me more about your program? Let's see how it's going to reply. Awesome, Simeon, Impactful Look programs designed for busy professionals. Oh, wow. It even gives them clients typically engage in 30-60 minutes daily. Does that sound like something you're interested in? Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, so we see how our agent works. We can test our knowledge lab here. The Impactful Look knowledge base, ask the questions that are relevant to us and make sure that we have the voice, the chat, and the knowledge all synced up together. So now that we have our initial AI voice agent, we're going to go back and we mark this as done. Okay, we got this done. Let's see, where is the green color? Let's choose green and we mark this as done. Now the next thing is to build an AI outbound agent. So what we're going to do, once we have the first one, it's much easier to build the next. So I come in here again, I come over to ChatGPT and I say, this is my inbound voice agent. I want to create an agent that would be calling all of my leads that opt in through a form on my website. Normally we would have their name, email, and phone number, so you don't need to collect those now. Just pre-qualify them, asking them couple of questions and book them in. Given that these contacts come from cold advertising, they might be reluctant or coldish, so we want to be persuasive and handle objections masterfully. AI loves power words as masterfully, persuasive. So that's how we prompt it. So we should get an outbound voice assistant prompt now. You're Jessica, warm, emotionally intelligent outbound voice assistant for Impactful Look, a high-performance health optimization program designed for executives and professionals. Okay, I like that. Hey, first name is Jessica calling for Impactful Look. You popped in your info recently about a health optimization program for busy professionals, so I'd catch you real quick to see where you're at and if we might be able to help. No pressure, just want to ask a couple of questions to see if what we offer makes sense for you right now. I love it. I like that. Perfect. I copy that. I come over here, and what I'll do is I'll copy my assistant. I'll just duplicate it. Okay. And I'll come in here. This is my initial one, actually. And you see it's Impactful Look copy. So we come over here. We remove the entire prompt. We add the new prompt. So this is outbound voice agent. Okay. And we want to make sure that, again, we have the same settings installed. So the voice is, again, Marissa. We need to replace the active tag. We need to sync up the calendar. We want to look at the settings. Everything as is. We need to add the tools again. And autopilot we've already done. Call settings. 15 minutes, 2 minutes. No. Okay. Knowledge. We already have it added in here. Calendar. We already have it in here. So I think everything else looks good. So we just need to add the active tag now. So active tag. We call it outbound voice agent. We come in here. We connect it to our assistant. Paste the tag in here. Outbound voice agent. We delete that. Okay. Linked assistant. Okay, let's make sure that it's connected. All right. Let's see outbound voice assistant. And this is inbound assistant. Let's see, I need to probably refresh here. So if I come over here, I see outbound and I see inbound voice agent. Perfect. We come over here. We just finished the outbound. Now we need to do a live chat widget, a DM agent, and an AI outbound. This is already done as we're going to use the same agent for voice and text here. Okay, so we need an AI live chat agent and DM agent. So we come back in here. Can you help me create an agent for a live chat widget on my website to engage with visitors in a friendly way? We need to get their name, email, and phone number, ideally in separate messages so there's no confusion. The messages should be short and punchy as we are chatting to a friend. No more than 1 to 2 sentences, ideally even shorter. Model the inbound. Let's leave it at that and see what the model is going to come up with. So live chat agent sounds approachable, real, and gets contact info one step at a time. You're just the friendly and chill live chat assistant for impactful look. Keep it light. Okay, hey there, Jess here. Need help with anything or just browsing? Cool, mind if I grab your first name real quick? Thanks, first name, what's your best email? Okay, got it, awesome. We still should try to extract as much information as we can and pre-qualify our prospects to ideally book them in a consultation directly into our calendar. Okay. Hey there, just here, wanted help with anything or just checking things out? We copy the whole prompt. I like it as is now. So we just duplicate the outbound agent and we create a live chat agent. We delete the entire prompt here. We paste the new one. We come in here. We modify the calendar. So we're going to always be booking appointments in the same calendar. Autopilot settings. Response time, we keep it as is. Now delay, we might want to leave that at 10 because here you normally would have a human appointment setters that are jumping in between the AI. So we might want to block that. Tools, we want to go back again and add the tools that we need. So scheduling, call the user, send email. Great, we have all of these done. Save, call settings. We're not going to be calling, so we don't care about that. Knowledge, added. Calendar, added. Perfect. I like everything as is. So I just need to come back here and change the active tag. So I'm going to call it live chat agent. Actually, I'm going to call it live chat agent. Plus, so all of these tags are going to be auto pre-populated in GoHighLevel. Just click save. We delete that. So now we have a third agent that ideally should have that information in here. Let me refresh the page. So we come over to assistants, come over to live chat agent. Boom, live chat agent's done. Okay, great. We come over here. Live chat agent's done. Now we need one for social media. That's going to be replying on our DMs on Instagram and Facebook. So we need Facebook and IG. Wow. I'm doing a great job at writing. All right. Now I need a DM appointment setter agent that will be replying on my leads on Instagram and Facebook to keep the messages ultra short and conversational. And the goal here would be to qualify prospects and book them in for appointments into our calendar. And let's see. Great. Let's create your DM appointment setter. Your just conversational, ultra relatable. You see, AI loves these types of words. For impactful look, one short lines per message. Hey, so you dropped your info. Create a, what made you want to check this out? I like how it flows. The opener doesn't seem cool. Let's see what it's going to come up. And by the way, I forgot to show you this, but this is something that I normally do with every prompt. And I suggest you do it with yours. And I would say, how would you rank my prompt on the scale of 1 to 10? I'd give your prompt a strong 8.5 out of 10. So you see, it already tells you what you could improve. What you could push it to 9.5 or 10. More conditional logic. What if they ghost you after giving their name? What if they say they're not ready but seem curious? Tone calibrations. Help me make my prompt 10. Let's take your already strong prompt into 10 out of 10. You're just a warm, witty, conversation-focused DM appointment setter. That one always gets people. Are you working on something right now? Energy, routine, fitness, comment on posts. You all loved your comment, felt bad. Curious, are you working on any hold calls now? You follow our... Hey, so you're checking out our content. Are you looking for some guidance or just browsing? I like that. I'll copy paste that. Come over here. Duplicate that. DM social media agent. And as you can see, we have a different prompt for all of our agents just because every channel is slightly different. So we want to make sure that we add the contextual nuances that we would need to have a highly effective agent that is smart and doesn't sound robotic. So this is exactly what I would personally do to prompt my agent and optimize it. Okay, call the user, send email. Perfect. So we save that. Call settings. 2 minutes, 15 minutes. We don't care about that. Impactful look, calendar output. Everything is great. So just the active tag now. So we delete that and we call it media agent. Boom. We come in here. And by the way, guys, if you want to use that platform in your own business, you can book a live demo below and we can hook you up regardless of how many agents or accounts you need to build with. We can help you get started. So let's refresh and see if we're done with our agents and with part one of our process. It's going to be a little on the longer side video, but I'm showing you the exact thought process and everything step by step was exactly how I would build those agents. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more troubleshooting once you launch them to make them perfect, optimize them per your liking. But this gives you a very strong base to go off of. So we now have the AI agent. We have all of these done. Now the next part of our process here is to actually connect our agents to our CRM. So right now our agents live on the AI agent platform. We need to connect them to social media. We need to connect them to a phone number so we can test if they're able to call, and we need to connect them to sequences to actually call the leads that are opting in. So let's start with the connection to the CRM. Normally that's an automatic connection that once you're in your agent, you simply need to come in here, and at the bottom left corner, actually the top right hand corner, there is going to be this little thing, and you can check if the connection is done. And in this case, the auth connection is established. I know because I've already tested the syncing with the calendar, but if it's not, this is how you would need to connect it, follow the directions, and directly link it up to your account. The next thing we want to make sure is that our agent is able to reply to messages. And we're going to start with the live chat widget as it's the easiest one to do. So we come over to workflow and we create one from scratch. So we call it a live chat agent. And we come over to conversation. It's actually reply, customer replied. Okay. And we have to select on which channel. So reply channel is live chat. Okay. And once they reply on the live chat, let me just publish that in here just so I don't forget. We want to apply a tag. So that tag would be live chat. And let's see if it's coming up. Live chat agent. It was with underscore. Tag live chat agent. So now the moment somebody replies on our live chat, the tag will be added and our agent should pick up the conversation from there. This is the way it's set up now. So let's go back and actually test that. Okay, we need to come over to sites, chat widgets. We want to create a new chat widget and live chat. I love building a custom widget normally because I'm not too happy with the GoHighLevel one, but we're going to use it for the demo purposes here. But you can check the one I'm using on my website on WellGrow. So impactful look live chat agent. Okay, so let's see, how did we call our agent? I forgot. So we always save. So styles, keep it as is. Hi there. Hi, Jess here. I'm online. If you have a question, text me here. I like to make it a little bit more personal. Welcome back. And then as far as colors go, let's add a different color for the chat bubble. I'll keep it black. I like black for whatever reason. Getter color, again, black. Black on black. Bottom black. Outer border color. Let's see how that looks. So if you pull it up, okay, I like it. It's clean and powered by WellGrow. We don't really need that at the bottom. So let's remove that. Where is it? Chat window, additional options, agency branding, we remove that. Title and intro, we keep as is. Live chat widget, we remove that. And if they're inactive for 5 minutes, we should be able to stop the chat. Messaging and language, here you can modify it. For us, it's English, but you can use any other language you want. Now we got to come back over and go over to our website that we built also on GoHighLevel. So we come over to Impactful Look. This is where I have my website. Click on website, click on settings, come over chat widget and install the new chat widget that I just got, Impactful Look Live Chat Agent. And we're gonna test how it looks and works. So if I'm in here, the chat widget will pop up here in a second and voila, there it is. So I come in here and I'll ask a couple of questions to see, and we're testing everything live. So if there's something going wrong, I can troubleshoot. Hi, can you tell me more about your programs? Let's see. It should take 10 to 12 seconds before it comes up with a reply. And let's look on the back end, how things are looking. So under our AI agent platform now in the conversations tab, we should be receiving a message. Inbox, guest visitor, hey there, Jess here, happy to help. And in the logs, we can see the agent that is taking the conversation. So you can see Impactful Look Live Chat Agent. Status yes, meaning that they have the active tag. And here's the convo. Hey there, Jess here, happy to help. Our Impactful Look program is about providing a complete health optimization system for busy professionals. I'm 57 years old. Would it work for me? I also travel a lot, so don't have time to go to the gym a lot. Let's see what the agent will reply. Let's have a full-blown convo. And then we're going to set up the social media chat one. Absolutely, the Impactful Look program is designed to be flexible and adaptable to your lifestyle. It's perfect for busy professionals like you who travel often. We focus on creating personalized plan that can be done anywhere without needing a gym. Plus, our coaches provide support and accountability to keep you on track. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see if it's going to book a consultation in hours. That's the ultimate goal of what we want here. And by the way, these widgets you can customize the way you want. You can change the image here, modify it as per your liking. Great. First, what's your name? It is Jason Black. Let's go, Jason Black. Let's get you booked in for appointment. Let's get you all set up with a call. So it's probably going to ask for an email. So let's use my email here, just so we make sure we get the confirmation details. And then it's going to ask me for a phone number. So I'm going to use a random one. So I'm going to delete this right after. This is for demo purposes. And by the way, it's taking a few seconds just because it mirrors human-like patterns. It's just the way it's programmed. Normally on our custom widget, it's a lot faster, but given that GoHighLevel usually takes anywhere between 1 to 10 seconds to process incoming messages themselves, we've realized that our platform is oftentimes a lot faster than GHL itself, so it causes glitches, and that's why there's programmed anywhere between 10 to 12 seconds between the replies. So as you can see, even now, it's taking a little while. But if we come over in the backend, we can see that we've submitted. It updated the user details. Now it should reply with a second message. And just in case we need to text some option, what's your phone number? Let's paste that in. And here on the backend, you can troubleshoot your agent. So you can see update user details. So right now it's creating a contact within my CRM and it's adding the phone number, the info. I actually already created a contact with a different name. So it just used that. So now it's using the update user details. So it's storing it in the CRM and then it's checking the availability and it's offering me time for an appointment. So if I come over here, All times are in your local time zone. It got my time zone because I'm based in Bangkok. Normally it would automatically get their time zone based on the information we have in our CRM. So May 20th, let's say May 20th, but I want an afternoon 4 o'clock slot. Let's see. It just offered me morning slots that I'm not quite happy with. So let's see if the agent would be able to book me in for the right time. And we can see on the back, it's checking now the availability, book appointment. So it just booked the appointment and it's going to tell me exactly what's going to happen next. And by the way, this is just for you to see. You're set, Jason. Your free consultation is booked for May 20th, 4 p.m. Bangkok time. I've just sent you a confirmation email with all the details. And here, if you come over here, awesome. Thank you so much. Let's see if we got an email. Boom. Your free consultation is booked. Look at that. Hi, Jason, your free consultation. And by the way, the agent just did that on its own. And we, of course, have some programmed automations that are firing now with a bunch of more information that we're sending them and automation sequences that I'm not going to go through in this video. But this is something that we normally help our clients build from scratch for their business to create the nurture sequences, the agents, and everything. So if you want this done for you, click the link below, book a call, and we're going to show you how we can do it. We can either install the pre-built nurture sequences and everything we've been working so hard for the past year, or give you access to the platform so you can build it yourself or completely do it for you. These are the current options we've got. So as you can see, the agent started from scratch, booked an appointment. We literally got everything from A to Z. You're welcome, Jason. If you need anything else, feel free to reach out. Have a great day. Awesome. So now, going back to what we're building here, we already connected it to the live chat. Okay. So it's connected to the CRM, connected to the live chat. We need to connect it to the social media now. So the way we do that in GoHighLevel is quite simple. We come over to settings, integrations, and under Facebook and Instagram, we need to connect our pages. You click manage pages and you select the pages you want to install the agent on. So in this case, I've given access to my Instagram and my Facebook. So all of the conversations are going to be coming into my conversations tab. This is something that's great because now all of my texting, emails, text, live chat conversations are going to go into the conversations tab, and my agent will have access to that. So let's do something else now. We already created the live chat widget agent. So now we need to create a social media one. So the way we do that is we come in here and we call it social media agent. We select customer replied. Okay. And then we have to select the channel. Replied channel is Facebook. Okay. We click yes. Then we can select customer reply. And by the way, you can have multiple agents for multiple different pages if that's the way you want to set it up. Let's do Instagram DM. Instagram DM. Now we want to assign a tag. So the agent starts replying on those. Social media agent. Okay. Tag social media agent. All right. Perfect. We click publish, save. And now our agent should be active on Instagram. So let's just give it a go. We come over to Instagram and we find our page, impactful look, and we send a message. Hey, tell me more about your online program. Let's see if it's going to work now. We should get back in our AI agent platform here. We should get a conversation through a new channel. Let's see. Boom, we're getting the new message. Hey, tell me more about your online program. Hey there, our program is all about making health and wellness fit into your busy lifestyle. Want to chat with a coach to see if it's a good fit for you? Sure. It's not very conversational, but I need to modify essentially the prompting on the back end. This is not something that I want to focus on now. It's just more so to show you how you can connect and build everything. Now it's checking availability and it's directly going to offer me time to book an appointment. Awesome. We have some open slots for a chat with a coach. How does tomorrow 11 a.m. or 2 p.m. sound? Now that's a lot more conversational than the previous convo. So I like how that sounds. Can we do 11, actually not 11 a.m. Can we do Saturday at 11, actually let's do 7 p.m. Let's see if that's available, and it should be because I have the calendar wide open. So if I come back over here, the message should process in a minute, and we just got an appointment booked. Get availability. Oops, like that slot got snatched. How about Sunday 7 p.m.? That's good. It's adding the emojis. Sure, let's give it a try. Let's see if it's gonna book the appointment. 7 p.m. instead. Boom, you're locked in for Sunday 7 p.m. You'll get a confirmation email. All right, that's awesome. Perfect. Just booked me in for 7 p.m. And if I come over to calendar, I can see that I booked an appointment for 4 p.m. And I already told you because I already have the contact name from a previous interaction. That's why I didn't update it as Jason. And let's see if we have Sunday. If I come over here, I should have Sunday in the calendar as well. But I think it booked it under other agent. And it booked the appointment for 7 p.m. Perfect. So normally the issue here is that I didn't collect name, email, and phone number, so it couldn't match it to either the time zone or the time I'm trying to book. But for this, you would need to modify the prompt. But I think at this point, you got the idea of how you would set it up. So let's go back to the agent prompt and see and troubleshoot it together. So here we need to optimize. Prompt is great, but we need to make sure we collect their name, email, and phone in individual messages to be able to book the appointment once they are qualified, and we've asked them a couple of questions. Don't start immediately with their name and phone. Build report first, and then when we are booking the appointment, we need to match it to our time zone. We're in Bangkok, Thailand, and we're offering our services internationally. So we need to adjust our timing and reference it always to the prospect's time zone. And this is important. So this is how you would troubleshoot and test everything yourself. Current action, struggle discovery. Perfect. We keep that and we come over to the prompt builder. We delete that. We save the new prompt and we click save changes. So let's go back in here. We've connected it now to social media. So we have to do the SIP trunking and connect the phone number. So for this, I set up a brand new Twilio account. And if I come over here, from the top, I can view sub-accounts and I come under Impactful Look. This is the brand new fresh account that I set up. And there's a couple of things you gotta do. So you can directly buy phone numbers from the platform and it's very straightforward. You come in here, you click numbers and you click buy a number and it costs $2.50 and you can call in the US. If you want to be calling internationally though, you gotta buy your numbers through Twilio, set up SIP trunking, allow for international calling and texting, and you need to message the GoHighLevel support for them to import your Twilio account. And for that, you need to provide them with account SID and auth token, and they're going to do it in a minute. So when we come over to our account and we click over to settings and phone, you're going to see that right now I shouldn't have any phone numbers first. But if I come over advanced settings, you can see that I'm switched over to Twilio. So now I'm not using the native GoHighLevel integration, which is LC phone numbers. And I do that because I have more control over in Twilio. And that's how I like to set up all of my accounts. So we come over then to our sub account. So as you can see here on top, I don't know if you can actually see, but I'm right on top under my sub account, which is Impactful Look. I click on Explore Products and I click on Super Network. I come over to phone, I come over to Elastic's SIP trunking and I click Get Started. I click on Create an SIP trunk and I call it Impactful Look SIP trunk. I know it's a bit of a longer video and getting quite technical, but I'm literally showing you everything step by step. So we want to have the call recording. That's great. From ringing, recording trim, no. Secure trunking, we don't care about that. Set the caller ID as a transferee. Enable PSTN transfer, yes. Everything else is as is. We click save. Then we go to termination, and we need to do a couple of things. We need to create a name for our termination SIP URI, and for that I like to do the name of my brand with a number, because sometimes if there's no number, it's not going to work. So we want to make sure that it's available. Okay, so Impactful Loop 2025, it's available. Routing to US region number 1. It's currently inactive. Then we got to give it IP access control. Okay, we click plus, and then the first friendly name is default ACL1. You can just use that. Make sure it's exactly the same. We keep it with space in between. Then for the network, it starts with 4 zeros, 0.0. There's going to be a document in our documentation if you're a user of our platform. And then here we have 1. We create ACL. So now we have IP access for 1. Then we got to add the second one. Friendly name is default ACL2. And it's 128.0. And then again, we do 1. We create an ACL. So now we have these two done. Termination URI. Everything else seems good. So we click save. And now we should see that our termination SIP URI is active, meaning that we can actually be calling from that URI. And then for origination, we come over here and we need to add a new origination URI. And there is going to be, again, a link to the documentation if you're a user of our platform, or you can pause that video and copy that in here. And this is what we need to add for the origination SIP URI. Termination is for us making outbound calls, and origination is for us receiving inbound calls. So we need both of these. So now this is enabled. CNAM lookup, that costs us money, so we don't care about that for now. Keep everything as is. So now we need to buy a phone number. And something that you got to make sure of is that once you set up your Twilio account is you load up some credits, so you're not on the free trial, because if you are, you're not going to be able to make calls. So that's why you need to spend $20, I think is the minimum they allow. So I need to buy a number, and let's choose a number. Roseville, let's see, San Mateo, California. I like this number. For whatever reason, I'm just going to agree with the emergency calling. I buy the number. So now I add an existing number to my SIP trunk. I add the selected. So now I already have the number and I have the termination URI, so I can start importing my number. Okay, so if we go back in here, we've already tested 2 of the things, but I have to actually connect the phone number in Twilio. So the way we do that is we come over to termination URI. We copy that. We come over to our platform and we come over to our AI agent. We click on numbers, import the number, termination URI. We paste the first part of the termination. And we also need to add the second part. So we copy that, come back in here, paste it in. We make sure there's no spaces in between. And then we need to copy the number in row format. And what a row format is the number with no spaces in between. Essentially this number. We copy that and we come in here, we paste it in. And sometimes if the number has been reused, we're going to get phone number already owned by another account, but actually it's added to the system and it's going to be working. So we just added the phone number. Okay, it's imported. There's no assistant link to it, but we can see here if it's healthy, if it's at risk, if it's spam likely. Sometimes if you're buying numbers through Twilio and somebody used them in the past, you're going to get the spam likely or at risk. So that's important. We create a new number pool because this is how the system works. And we call it outbound calling. And we add the number for outbound calling. Okay, and we want to assign that number actually to an assistant. So we click, we have the ID, we have their own number, so we have to choose an assistant. And we assign it to an outbound voice agent. Great. So now that we've assigned that, and we have an agent that is with the active tag, with a signed phone number, with the voice, with the whole script, we want to actually test the whole thing and want to set up an automation for it. So I come in here and I create a brand new workflow from scratch that as soon as somebody fills out a form, and let's see which is going to be the form, free training, this is going to be the form. Then as soon as somebody fills out that form, they're going to get a call from our AI agent. So we come over here and we label that form submission to an AI call. Okay, so let's see, form submitted. We can come in here on terms and conditions, form is, and we got to find the free training one. I'm not sure what is the name of that form. Let's see what is available out here. It's lead magnet. So it should be, it's the 9 lead magnets in one. As soon as somebody submits that form, they're going to be assigned a tag. Tag is, I think it was outbound voice agent. We need to have that tag so the agent can actually call them. We click save, and then we gotta make AI call. This is an action within the system. You can either do it through a webhook or through a call here. So we need to add the assistant ID and the number pool. So we click save for now. Save it as is. And I just click save again. So I have to come back to the assistant and get the actual ID of the assistant that's going to be making the call. So I come in here, copy the ID here. As you can see, just copy, paste in a browser tab, and then I'm going to copy in another browser tab the pool number ID. So I copy that, paste it in here, come back, and we go over to automations. So we come over here, social media agent form to an AI call. So first we have the AI agent tag that we need to paste in. So this is the assistant ID, and then this is the phone number pool. So now we want to actually test the system. So the way we're going to do that is fill out a form on our website and see if we get a call. So I fill out my first name, last name, email. I'm going to use another email, phone number, and then what's your goal? Lose weight. So let's see. If I submit that form, what's going to happen, it's going to take me to a page where I can join a group, book a call, do all sorts of fun stuff. But I should be also receiving a call any second because our AI agent should trigger. Let's see and troubleshoot. We're not getting any calls here, so there must have been a glitch in our system. That's why it's good to do this stuff live, because sometimes people think that everything works perfectly out of the get-go. But the reality is that sometimes it doesn't. So if you look at it, the call failed with a 403 error. And the reason it failed is because we haven't loaded up any credits in our AI agent platform because it's a brand new account that I've set up. So for us to avoid that happening, we need to load up credits into our system. So when we click over onto the balance, we need to load up some credits that I'm going to show you how to do in a second. I just loaded up some credits in my platform. As you can see, I have $3 here. And this is something you have to do yourself before you're able to make real calls and test your AI voice caller. So we go back now to automations through the workflow we've built. So form submission to an AI call. And let me just get my phone here real quick. We click on test workflow and we add the contact that we've already submitted the form with. Or actually, let me run through the whole thing again from scratch, not with the workflow, just so you see how it works in real life. So we come over to impactfullook.com. So we come over to impactfullook.com and we come over to, I think it is free training. Was it free training? Let's see. It's free training. So we come over here, phone number, we put that in, and I should be getting call any minute now. And here it is. As you can see, I'm getting the call.
Hey, Simeon, it's Jessica calling from Impactful. Look, you popped in your info recently about the health optimization program for busy professionals. Thought I'd catch you real quick to see where you're at and if we might be able to help.
Sounds good.
Great. No pressure. Just want to ask a couple quick questions to see if what we offer makes sense for you right now. Are you actively doing anything to improve your health at the moment or working with a coach?
I've worked with a coach last year, but it was mostly around the working out area. And now I'm a little bit more focused on my nutrition side as I've gained a little bit of weight.
Got it. Sounds like you've already put some effort into fitness, which is great. Shifting focus to nutrition makes a lot of sense. especially if you're looking to balance things out after gaining a bit of weight. What's been the biggest challenge for you on the nutrition side so far?
I'd say just knowing what to eat. I'm constantly traveling and I just find it very hard to organize my food schedule around the business meetings, dinners, and outings that I have on a regular basis.
That makes total sense. Traveling and a packed schedule can make it feel almost impossible to stay consistent with nutrition. It's tough to juggle business dinners and outings while trying to make the right choices. Have you tried anything specific to manage that, like meal planning or working with a nutritionist? Or has it been more trial and error?
It's been mostly trial and error, to be honest. I've followed a couple of diets, but they don't seem to be very flexible in terms of what I need. They're more rigid, so I need something more tailored towards what I'm doing. So that's why I was interested in the health optimization program you guys have.
That's really insightful, Simeon. It sounds like you're looking for something that adapts to your lifestyle rather than forcing you into a rigid plan, and that's exactly what we focus on. Our program is designed to fit into busy schedules like yours, with tailored coaching that works around travel, meetings, and all the unpredictability of professional life. Are you looking to make a shift now, or are you still exploring options?
I'm definitely looking to make a shift, and I want to see who the best provider for that would be, but I've consumed some of your content online, so I think you could be the one. So let's see. I want to talk to coach and see.
That's fantastic to hear, Simeon.
My video just cut off because I'm out of space on my computer, but I essentially tested the call and it's working perfect. If I come over to the call, I can see that I had a call that lasted 2.8 minutes. If I click in here, I can listen to the call transcript and I can see here everything word for word. I can refresh the call data and see what was the reason, and I actually hung up on it. So user hung up because I saw that the video canceled, so I didn't finish the call. But I tested the capabilities and the agent following the prompt, which is what we wanted to do. So as you can see now, we have an outbound agent that is actually calling all our leads. So let's go back to our magic board here, where we're looking at the things that I promise will accomplish and see how far we've come. So we've connected the numbers, we've tested the numbers, and we now know that our agent works. Now, the next thing would be to add sequences, and what sequences are is essentially the automations that you already saw. So if we go back here, we have a very simple automation, which is form submission to a call, which is not bad, but we only make one call. The reality is that like 99% of people are not gonna answer the call. And that's why we normally need to send them a text. Hey, contact first name. Just try giving you a call. Text me back here if that's easier for you. Just from impactful look here. And I would wait probably 2 minutes. Okay. And this is how we would do the automations to follow up with all your leads, actually to build the entire infrastructure. And this is how you would add more sequences with emails, text messages. If I come over here, I can add an SMS, then I can add an email, and I can send the name I'm going to send it from email, and then I can type the message here. I can even add an attachment if I wanted to. And I can build that automation sequence to go over 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, even as long as a year. Depends on what are the goals we're trying to accomplish. In the video today, I'm not going to go over the granular details of setting up the complete infrastructure. That's going to take me probably 10 hours. But essentially what we would do is we would program our AI to follow up multiple times via text and calls, send them pre-nurture materials, and that's through emails, text, calls. I think by this point you get the idea of how you would go about it. Obviously, we've put together a perfect system which we can install in your account, okay, that does all of that for you. But the goal of this video is to show you how you can build this yourself, okay? And if we come over to the AI-powered website, now you can see that we have the lead submission form. So anybody that fills out a form on our website, whether it's going to be the free training one or any other form, we can program our AI to give them a call. And if you have multiple offers, multiple products or services, or if you're any other type of business, doesn't have to be health and coaching, you can program your AI to specifically answer that lead magnet. And all you have to do is just buy a new phone number Okay, so you can have as many phone numbers as you want, and it's $15 if you go through Twilio, $2.50 if you go through our platform. And you can essentially build 15, 20, 30 agents if you needed to call all your leads and follow up with all of the lead submission forms. This is how you would go about doing that. Okay, and then for instant response, we already saw how our AI is replying via different channels, how it's replying on live chat, Instagram, Facebook, how it's booking appointments, how it's qualifying the leads. You saw in the last call how it's asking the questions, and also how it's booking the appointments. It's booking them both through voice and text, even though we couldn't go through the voice one to finish it just because of my computer being out of memory. But this is how you set up an AI-powered website that now, if you drive traffic to it, and again, there's AI-powered systems that can help you with that, you can nurture your prospects at scale. And obviously we have complicated and complex systems that do the lead nurturing, calling, texting on your behalf. And we normally do this as a done with you service. We come in, install this in your account, we do the basic setup, and it's yours. You can only modify it, change it as per your liking. Or if you don't want to ever touch it, we can also install it for you, completely done for you. Or the third option, if you just follow along this video and have access to the platform, you can absolutely build all of this. So if you need help with any of these three options, make sure you click the link below, and I'd be more than happy to help you out on building those agents. Hope you see how you can now leverage what's available in 2025 to take all of your traffic from paid advertising, from content marketing, from organic, and even from outreach, and nurture it via the AI agents. There's a lot more capabilities that you can install, but hope this video gives you a little bit more clarity on how things work, and it gives you the vision and the power, because you can literally replace a team of 20 plus people, sales appointment setters, voice callers, admin staff. Literally, all you have to do is program and design the best system for your business in terms of what do you want to accomplish, what is the information you want to send to your prospects, and then install the system, and it's going to do it automatically on your behalf. Subscribe for more, and if you want to see how I built an AI lead generation system using Alex Hormozzi's $100 million offer system, click this video here, and I'll see you there.